Download the song for free at youtubepromo.com.
That's Joe Montana, who was in a band called the Apocryphals, who's an old buddy of yours, Walter, from way back when. Also, I don't know if people know, you guys opened for Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and you know who opened for them? Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. Talk to me about Jimi Hendrix.
Well, he was such a beautiful soul. We finally made it at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, and I was putting my horn away, and it was a Sunday night, and that's the first night you get to headline or whatever, and it was great. And somebody tapped me on the shoulder, and I'd turn around, and it's Jimi Hendrix. And I thought he'd just look at me and go, and you're invisible, or something like that. It was the height of his fame. And he looked at me, and he says, Walt, you horns are one set of lungs. The guitar player is better than me, and I'm going to take you out on the road as our opening act.
Nice.
And we didn't even, which is wonderful, we didn't even know that people packed arenas for shows because we were used to playing in gin mills.
Yeah.
you know, and so here we were playing in front of 20,000 people and getting such a break. And the same thing with Janis along the way. The only unfortunate thing that we weren't able to do is the horns. He passed away before the horns could do an album with him, which we would have loved to have done.
Hendrix with horns. I think that sounds great. It wasn't until your fifth album that you had a single album, and there was a gentleman who was very instrumental in believing in the band. His name is Clive Davis. I adore Clive, and I know you too. Here's a letter from Clive. To Chicago, the memory of hearing for the first time your songs, your unmistakable signature sound is absolutely vivid. Signing you and then sharing your early triumphs remain a career highlight for me. I deeply regret that I can't be with you tonight, but I toast you with admiration, respect, and enormous affection, Clive Davis. Very nice. Shall we go to the phones? Jimmy, come on over here. Why don't you handle this call here? You're on the phone. Say hi to Mr. Robert Lamb.
Hi.
Good evening.
It's David from Santa Monica.
Yo, David.
I am a giant Chicago fan, and what I want to request is side 2 of the second album, but I guess you don't have time to play the whole side, so I'm just going to request one song, which is Dialogue Part 1 and 2 from Chicago 5. Because I was in school when that came out, and that just meant a lot to all of us who were on campuses all over America protesting against the war and the Nixon administration.
Well, that song still means a lot to us, and unfortunately it's still poignant when we play it for live audiences. We'd love to do it for you tonight.
Great, thank you.